Okay, right back to our 6100 project. You know, but something that's bothered me. It's bothered me, and I know I need to fix it. Um, I run this saw, the 6100 out here, cut a few blocks of wood that was too long for this stove right here that I don't have lit. That I'm probably going to. It's 40 degrees. If I light it, I'm going to be too hot. If I don't, I'm going to be too cold. So this is what we deal with. If I get cold, we'll light it. It's not a big deal. It's light's really easy. Um, I'm taking this muffler apart. I just can't not do it. I wanted to run it first. It's not even any point. I already know what happens. I already know. And I noticed when I was in the wood, oh, it's cutting. Yeah, it's cutting good. That has like a chirp that it didn't have. Must be we're getting air through it. It's just not getting out. So just kind of watch and you'll see what I'm using. It's just everyday tools. On this channel, I've got great porting tools, but I use them on the V8s. And I don't. I use a Dremel. I'll tell you why. You guys can afford a Dremel. You're not going to spend $1,000, $1,200 just to see if you want a porter saw or not. You're going to do it the cheapest way possible. So we show the lowly Dremel, and with great results, don't we? So let's get right back down to basics on this. We are going to run just a simple torch with MAP gas. So I'll light this up and I'll get you guys in position and we'll talk about what we're doing here and I'll let you just kind of get an eyeball what we're trying to accomplish here. So let's hopefully we don't make too many mistakes. Lit funny. There we go. I guess I didn't need the lighter on that one, guys. Get your big old lockjaw pliers. I mean, them are big ones. Don't heat the body of your muffler. Heat your seat. It takes a bit. I wanted to use my cutting torch, but I'm out of acetylene. All I do is rolling that back. And we're going to go all the way around. We'll get that loose. I don't know if I can pull off what I want to do, but we're going to find out. What I want to do is heat this seam. Now, I got 3/4 of the way around it. I want to get this seam red. Because it takes a few minutes to get around here. Work from your heat. Extend it. Come back to it, extend your heat back a little further. You'll get that heat to follow you by going just a little further every time. I don't know if I'll get enough heat or not, but we're going to try. I gotta heat my other corner. Well, this one insisted that I go all the way around it because it was such a nice crimp. We'll put that crimp back on too. And we'll see what the heck this is all about. Okay. This is what we got. Pretty ugly to me. I have to stop here and decide what do I want to do about this. That's what I have to decide. I think it's pretty simple. We know what size our exhaust port is. We know that right there, that hole is a little small. Inside the muffler looks good. I think we're going to have a winner. I really do. Now we're going to take a look and see what we got to accomplish. Okay, what I've decided is this hole right here, I'm going to elongate that. But I'm going to go toward the center of the muffler because it's got that shield on the back side, which I'm not going to show you right now. But when I get done with that, I will get a little blaster on it. Just a little something. Turn my RPMs down. Oh, that sounds terrible, don't it? Now we'll deburr that. Okay, what about that much? To get you over here, I know that, bleh. There we go. About that much. We're going to look and see what that is like on the other side. It's a little warm still. Okay, see, there's the exit, you know, so what we did, whoop, lost it. What we did is elongated that and deburred it. We're going to come in from that little hole there. See, it'll bounce right around in there pretty good. Always make sure you get every bit of your grindings out of this thing. I'll guarantee you that. Now I got something more to pick up. Now on this piece, we have 4 tack welds. There's one right in each corner there and there. And also, get this light moved. You can see him barely there. I got the light on the wrong side, don't I? There we go. Yeah, there's the other tack weld. The other one's right there. So, what we got to do now is grind them off. Okay, it's a little bit of a journey here. What you do, we got it loose, we got the welds, but I'll tell you, that don't grind easy. Take your time if you're using your Dremel. Use a coarse bit. Just take your time. Don't let your tooling heat up. That's your big deal right there. Didn't hurt anything. All we're going to do is clean this up now. I know some of you are going to say, oh, that was designed to be in there. They wouldn't have put it in. Well, guess what? I designed it to be taken out. This is my build, not the factory's. I'm just using their stuff. So what we've got is, we've got that. We've got our hole opened up. We've elongated it toward the center, so it comes out our exit. Okay, we should have pretty good flow. I've got, I'm gonna say 3/4 maybe of the hole sizes. I've got a hole in exhaust. Yeah, right there. Here we go. By golly, it you can see in there now, can't you? Yeah, see that? Yep, love it. Okay, so I've got to clean this up, blow it out, get it ready, put back together. That's all we're doing to this. What you're doing is you're tapping your seam back in place. I decided to use the power of a hatchet. First, you gotta get your metal back closed. Now what I'm going to do is manipulate it with pliers. I got to turn it around to do that. Hard for me to show you while I'm doing it, but I'll show you afterwards there. Get my light back over here. What we're doing. See, we are drawing this metal back around. You heat a little bit, tap a little bit. What you're doing is refolding it back on for your crimp. That's all you're doing. You can see where I stopped. You see what it kind of gets wobbly there for we took it apart. No big deal. Just recrimp that. And when you get done, you're going to have a muffler. Okay. We've reseamed our muffler. Okay. Now, I'll tell you something. I went around that after it was where I could handle it. It's still warm. We'd rolled that edge back up and then rolled it down in 2 steps with heat. Okay? Start in one corner, pinch it a bit, come to the other side, pinch it a bit. If you need to use a C-clamp to just lightly hold it so that it stays together, do that. But I'll tell you what I did. I went around with the vice grips afterwards and just made it look just a little prettier. Okay, so we have a nice muffler. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Now, I love Barb, and she does really good things to me. But I'm going to tell you, women, if you love your husbands, don't call these vice grips for $4.99, okay? If you love your husband, get him real vice grip brand. I'm telling you, he's going to be way happier. He's going to love you no matter what. And these are not channel locks. These are pretend channel locks. They make them in all different sizes. If you love him, get him channel lock brands. He's going to call these channel locks, and he's going to call these vice grips, because he's still wishing. I just thought I'd mention that. Okay, we got her all together. Now we're putting it on. I had to get all the 3 bolts started. There was a lot to hang on to there. There really was. So, we did that. And we're just going to sneak up on tightening it. No big deal. I rather like how the muffler is shaped on this for a stock saw muffler. And I like that exit right there. Because here in the Northeast, as a lot of you know, you can catch a tree on fire with a pipe sticking straight out here. It seems like out west that isn't such a big problem. Now, the one thing, this is my logger buddy. What's his saw? He wanted me to come up with another dog to go on the starter side. I gotta look around and see what I got. Because I can understand where he's at with that. Now, when I was cutting big oak with a great big bell, and we had to cut them right low on the ground. You know, hardwood guys know what I'm talking about. You can't leave very much of a stump. 4 inches is about it. That's why you can't run a 4-at bar either. I guess when the saw's picking itself up when I do that, that's tight enough, ain't it? So, well, like in maple and ash and straight, it's nice to have that extra dog. It really is. And we're going to get to that. And I'm going to put this lid on and off probably 50 times before I'm done, because that's what we do around here. And I like this whole lid snapping on and off. Isn't that nice? Now, let's just see if an old girl cranks up. And this is absolutely stone cold, so. And you can restart it right there. I just love that. Okay, look. Compare that to yesterday's video. I swear to God. The saw feels really alive in my hands. That simple. It's that simple of a deal. Okay? It's real easy. And I'm going to open the door before I get fogged out. Now, that saw wouldn't have smoked. Other than I had some blaster on it where I was grinding away and stuff. I consider this a success at this point. We are going to bar this up right now. And we are going to put a Samara lightweight bar, as long as the Husky bar fits it, which I think it does, that we got from B-Ray Farms. He donated to the channel, wanted me to try them out, and we're trying them. And you're going to see it on this saw. Here's the thoughts on this, and I'm very excited about this, and you can tell. I think we did it. It's going to cut hardwood. Is it going to cut hard maple? I don't know. That's Tim Barton got it right. I'd like to see that. Because if this will do it, everybody's going to want one. And it's probably the only one I'm ever going to build. So, sucks to be you, don't it? We'll talk about it. I have some ideas. I got plans in the future. I've thought very seriously about going and getting saws like this. We have to pay for them. You know, they're not cheap. But if you were going to buy a new saw and you didn't give a rat's butt about that warranty, you just wanted one, when we're done building saws for other people, other than a very select few viewers that we're going to get them now, once in a while, I'll take one just to keep it going on the channel that, for you guys. But I want to get into building saws at my leisure so I'm not so pressed all the time. It's really hard on me, it really is. I made it hard on myself, what I did. You know that. That's self-inflicted. It ain't your fault, it's my fault. So, things just happen. I would like to be able to take new saws or old saws of the classics, way classics, at my leisure, rebuild them, bring the state of tune up all the way, build several different levels of saws, do a good port job so you can take your saw out, you can cut your firewood, you can cut your timber, and you're going to have a long-lasting saw. And I'm going to do that with old saws too, like 272s and 372s. I'll do that as we find them. It's getting really hard for me to get a 372 XP. I haven't for a while seen any X-Torques. The problem with this Big C thing is a lot of places are closed that I get to rummage around in the back of the shop and find this stuff. They used to laugh at me when I go rummage around. Oh, I really want this one. Give me $10. You're walking out the door and you hear one guy say to the other, well, that guy's an idiot, isn't he? Until they got wise. I was getting really good at that until I started this channel. All of a sudden, these people started watching. Hey, you know that saw you sold him for $10? Mm-hmm. Now it's $100 or $3. That's what happened. I really love this saw. I'm going to bar this up, and we're going to see what it looks like barred up. I just freaking, boy, I tell you, I want to run this. The reason we're running a lightweight bar, I get excited and my tongue gets tangled up around my eye teeth. Can't see what I'm saying, It's a lightweight saw, 61cc with a lightweight bar. We're going to run a full skip on that. And we got more tricks, and boy, the wind is really picked up. Hope that don't mean something bad. Ran into just a little problem. Now, what I'm using is the large frame Husky bar. But that hole was wrong. This oil hole's in the right position to pick oil up. Okay, we're okay there. But this bottom hole wasn't. So what I'm doing is taking my little Dremel and I'm fixing that. This has been one of them saws that I'm fixing a lot of things that ain't broke. Modifying. Southern Ingenuity. You can call it anything you want to as long as it works. Okay, guess what we did? We got that where that sucker's going to mount up. Now let's bar it up. We got a Samara bar. On a 6100 Mac Makita. I was going to say McCullough. It looked like a McCullough pattern is what it is. And he's got the stickers. That makes it legit, doesn't it? Guys, proud of this build. If you want to know the God's living truth, I really am. This actually went very nice. Boy, there's something to look at with a long bar on them, aren't they? Looks like a real saw now. You know what I like? That weight. I think this is lighter than my 44. Honestly do. With this bar. Okay. You know the deal while we're running full skip. It's a little saw. We're trying to do big things with a little saw in a production environment. We're not playing. This is serious. We're doing it in a production environment. It'd be kind of cool to know if this is the first Samara 24-inch bar on one of these. Be kind of cool. We have to modify bars sometimes for them older saws. You got to open up the oil hole, change it a little bit, do something different. You'd be surprised. If you got an obsolete saw, or you're doing something like we did here, you probably wasn't intended to do. This is a small frame, I know it. But we managed to get this to work beautifully. It adjusted beautifully. Got my up tension like I need. That's how much I like. That's something I don't show you guys much of. How tight is your chain? You should be able to pick it up in the middle, all the way up out of there, before it comes tight. See that? Them drivers are just nicely coming up out. That works with all length bars, believe it. And so that's really awesome. Okay, guys, thanks for being here and enjoying this with me. This has been truly a wonderful build. And with the problems I've had with some of these saws that I'm still working out, oh my goodness sakes, it was nice to have something that was planned, scheduled for a certain time. It went by the numbers, literally. You've seen it all right here, by the numbers. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now. I'm going out and find me a log. So, if I can find me a log before it rains, you're going to see this sucker today. If not, it'll be tomorrow. But I'm trying for today. Thanks. Goodbye.